That was weird. But doesn't Google and all the main social media platforms almost know almost everything about us? Yeah, sure, they know everything about us. Sure. All these platforms do know quite a lot about us, but say I'm doing stuff on different markets, or say I'm a hacker and I'm encrypting my shit, or I'm doing stuff to where it's not trackable, then they don't know that, but they can bring any type of device that has any type of device that can come find out that shit within my radius of my block and say, well, we think there's somebody here that's going to this place and doing shit like this. And even though it violates their constitutional right, because we need a search warrant to go in there and search their computer, we can just do it anyway. Right? That's what I'm saying. This is why I tell you guys, this is why I'm like, yo, you really need to, like, as a whole, like, America needs to, as a whole, the globe, but America, thank you so much for the hydrate. America needs to come up with a code of ethics for the internet, and we need to have the same thing that we have for the basic human right ethics, whatever. We need to have a basic fucking data right ethics or something for ourselves, because the internet has evolved to that point. And we need to come together as a people, and we need to force and act upon these ginormous companies and act upon people that have the most amount of control on the internet. Because if you want my data, then you should pay for it if I want to give it to you, right? Okay. I have to agree to these terms of service when using your app. Okay, cool. But why don't you just make it only worth the things that happen on your website, instead of using the things from your website to my whole entire phone, to them finding out stuff about my friends and their whole entire phone? Why not just like keep it limited to how to get metrics for your site? But if people don't become aware enough for this, they're never going to fight for this. And I wish people would just like become aware enough so we could fight for this. Gula, thank you for the 2 months. Nope, I've just been crying for days. Words of realism, thank you. Yeah, data is the highest. More than oil, man. Not enough people read, which is also a part of the problem. Not enough people read, which is also a part of the problem, because education has taught you not to read the fine print. It's taught you to skim through the fine print. And when you read terms of service, they don't make it user friendly. They don't make it readable. They don't make it accessible for all ages. Because the reality is, if you had if you're like, okay, anybody from ages to 11, like Instagram or whatever, 11 to this old can use the internet, but they have to agree to this terms of service. Well, technically you're not an adult until you're 18, so I don't think children can agree to terms of service, even though there are certain ages that you can go down to and use these apps, right? On top of that, you know, they should change the terms of service based on age, because kids create apps, kids create pages every day, even with their parents' permission, and you're allowed to because you're that age. But on top of that, the terms of service should change based on the age that you're using it, right? Especially for people who aren't 18, because that's really, really a fucking invasion of privacy, because you are now going into young minds and doing way more damage with those minds. And they have no right to have those rights taken away from them yet at such a young age, because they're so corruptible. But not only that, they should make it so it's easy to read, and they should teach you to read these things when you're a kid. They should teach you to not skim. It shouldn't be a joke. There shouldn't be jokes about, oh, the terms of service. Oh, you're signing your liver away. Ha ha ha. No, we should like teach its importance. The younger generation is learning to have no privacy and share everything. Exactly. That's very true. 100%. We got to teach our own kids for the future. Yeah, we do. That's why we need to keep being loud about this data rights thing, and then see if there's like a group of kids that'll jump on in it. Sorry, my nails are really fucked. I just needed to fix them and paint them. Thanks, I got it from Target. I've never heard anyone make so much sense. I never thought about making companies pay for our data, the data we own. It makes more sense when you put it in that way. Yeah, right? Because they're using it to make money off of us. And if big corporate companies buy and sell data from other companies, if that is, for one, considered a lucrative business because there's only a few conglomerates that own it, but if that is a business that has outweighed oil rights, then it should be a business that the masses are allowed to be involved in. It should be a business that we are allowed to own our own product. Works the same as your money in your bank. You earn next to nothing, but they use it to trade it in financial markets. Yeah, that's why I tried credit union. Credit unions are a little bit better. And I'm not saying like, hey, don't take my data. I'm saying you should have certain limits to use my data, and anything beyond that should be bought. You should buy. Depending on how you feel about a deep dive. Thank you. I've slept a lot. I think I needed a lot of sleep. Greetings and salutations. It's fascinating. It's a fascinating area that is not regulated. I know. And it makes me want to be corrupt and be like, let me get in on your shit. Give me all your data, people. But at the same time, I'm also a nice person. But like, we should really be yelling at these people who are doing something about it. I mean, there's an AC Gunnar Reddit thread out there now dedicated to... Oh, thanks. When people get complacent, it's easier for them to control. No, but people aren't even knowledgeable about this. That's the thing, right? Not a lot of people are knowledgeable about this. Thank you, Lyrical Adonis. If you don't pass this knowledge down or tell people, they're never going to realize it. Because most people think, oh, that's weird when things happen, right? Like I've told the story a million times. The lady shows up to my house. I hire a professional blinds company. She shows up to my house and she looks at my couch and she goes, oh my God, that's so weird. I just got ads for that couch yesterday and you have it. It's such a good couch. I want it. Right? And I said, oh yeah. So we talked 2 days ago. When did you put your address, my address in your phone? She goes, the day after we had talked. And I said, exactly. That's why you're getting that ad for that couch, because you plugging in my address into your phone was a quick and easy, simple way for them to go, oh, this address had this couch get shipped there. Let's give her ads about this couch. Right? Because people think, oh, your phone is listening to you. Your phone isn't listening to you. It's tracking you at an unbelievably fast, precise pace that you don't even know. But to think that it's listening to you, or to think like, oh, that's weird, is half of the problem. Yeah. She learns one fact a day and demands everyone become more knowledgeable. Hey, Sam Bino, I'm not sure I've ever seen you in here unless you're a lurker, but I'm sorry your brain doesn't seem to want to learn new things, and I'm sorry that you seem to get upset about people trying to spread knowledge. You can go sit there in your corner with your dunce hat and stay dumb, but I don't have time for your bullshit. And I've talked about this on many occasions. It's not a new conversation here. There's a famous story about Target learning about a girl being pregnant due to the product she bought before the girl herself. And then it's probably sent her all this stuff, right? That's like fucked up. I love when people who are like, I don't want that because they're tracking me with AirTags. It's like, you have Exactly, Dave, exactly. Damn, always thought those were coincidences, but you might be right. 100% I'm telling you, I'm definitely right. Those aren't coincidences. Like, if anything you see at a place you're going to matches something you're getting marketed to because you put the address in there some way or somehow. Those are not coincidences. Those are 100%. That's AI at its finest. That's these social media companies or these big tech companies doing their jobs. That's literally what that is.